Welcome to Homestead Miami Speedway, site of tonight's Fort Worth Screen Printing Xfinity Series race presented by Mr. Ghostman. Bill Rivard in the 10 on screen, heading out for his qualifying. You get 2 laps, 5 minutes in which to set your fastest 2 laps. Only your fastest 1 lap counts. Bill across the line to start his first time lap. Track position fairly important here, but the track offers a lot of different lines, so passing is quite doable here. To watch Bill in the Great Propel Chevrolet. Be one of the first ones to set a time. And just like that, Rivard up to the top, Daffin second, Hayden Lowell, Ian Montrose. Check in on Daffin there. He is in the 48 on screen, the 8 on your ticker. Leslie Parker, 22 machine, currently in the 3rd spot. Nathan Lafayette up to 4th. Hayden Lowell sits in 5th. Jake Lawrence drops down to 7th as Paul Gallimore jumps up to the 3rd spot in the 6th. Hayden Lowell on his 2nd lap jumps up to the pole. Wes Parker goes 2nd quickest. Daffin will settle for 3rd. Bill Rivard 4th. Gallimore coming to the line for lap number 2. See if he can pick up some speed. Runs a 6:98. I believe that will keep him right there in that 5th spot. Dustin Franklin goes to the 6th spot in the 74 car. Lafayette shows up in 7th. Ethan Evers out on track for his run. Got the Dysautonomia Awareness Month for the month of October ribbon on the hood of the car. Across the line for Evers on lap number 1. John Garrett out for his run. First lap puts him 12th fastest. Tyler Stillwell jumps up to the 8th spot. Black and well, pretty much all black. DoorDash on the rear quarter panels there. John Garrett jumps up to the 7th spot in his 2nd lap. Ethan Evers' 2nd lap puts him 14th. Looks like Mike Edwards may have crashed the 14. He's just sitting on track sideways. Cliff Mullins' 1st lap puts him in 12th. Got Blake Roebuck out on track. Very little time remaining. So we watch Cliff come to complete his 2nd lap. Cliff goes to 13th. As Roebuck jumps up to the 6th spot. Mullins' 2nd lap much quicker, moves him up to 9th. Good lap there from Cliff. We'll see if Roebuck can make it back around for lap number 2. Looking at the lap charts, it's probably the last threat that Hayden's going to have. Roebuck moves up to 5th. Hayden Lowell is going to safely get the pole. 18 drivers officially put a time in. Edwards' lap did not count. The other 9 drivers looks like, all going to start 19th through 27th. That is going to do it for qualifying. Wow, Hayden Lowell capturing the pole at Homestead Miami Speedway. See if we can have a quick word with Mr. Hayden. Well, Hayden, you picked up the pole here. How do you feel about the race tonight? 125 laps?
Oh my goodness, there are so many things coming through my headphones at once. Okay. Hi. You said something about the laps, and I got pole. Yes, I did get pole. I'm glad to put this Napa batteries Ford Mustang with Madigan Motorsports on the front row. Um, Anything else you said, I'll have you repeat.
Well, you don't have any teammates with you, so how'd you get your ears so flooded?
Listening to the broadcast, Jake talking, and then you jumped in.
Sounds like fun. Yeah, you got the pole, and I was wondering if you have any thoughts on how to keep it out front for 125 laps.
Um, no. I will not be leading this race at some point. Alex seems to really love to jump out front in clean air and then save tires, so I think you could see him be aggressive early. Wesley kind of likes to do the same thing. I kind of like to just start saving right at the beginning and save. Um, but I mean, I don't know. Maybe if Alec doesn't seem like this is a great track for him, and Wesley, well, I got nothing for Wesley. He's going to be fast, so
Damn
we'll
four.
we'll see what happens. Hopefully we can bring home a third win of the season.
That's right. Well, you're starting from the best spot you can, and gives you that number one pit stall as well. So good luck in the race, sir. And we'll probably interview you at some point during the race.
All right, 3 straight polls. We'll see if we can get a third win. Thank you.
Hayden Lowell in the 67 Napa Ford. Getting a quick word with him before we run through our starting lineup. Starting lineup presented by our friends at Labor 12 as their music plays for us in the background. We appreciate them putting that together for us. On pole, as we said, 67 Hayden Lowell, the Napa car, alongside 22 of Parker. The 8 of Alec Daffin starts in 3rd, alongside Bill Rivard in the 10. 30 of Roebuck starts in 5th, alongside Gallimore in the 6. Dustin Franklin will roll off 7th in the Fort Worth Chevrolet, alongside John Garrett in the Dead Parrot Rum Chevy. Cliff Mullins Midnight Performance Chevy starts in 9th, alongside Nathan Lafayette Penguin Travel Center starting in the top 10. You have the 36 of Tyler Stillwell starting 11th, alongside Mark Kincaid Primary Arms Chevy, and 12th, Jake Lawrence the 1010 Toyota rolls off 13th, alongside the M&M's Mustang of Ian Montrose. Matt Benke, the Amtrak Chevy, starts in 15th, alongside Ethan Evers in the Dysautonomia Awareness Month Cave RP Toyota. Jeremy Scherer, the Chevy Accessory Chevy, starts 17th. Jeremy Clapper-Newell in the October Pregnancy and Infant Loss Awareness Month Cave RP Toyota starts in 18th. Corey Deal, the 1023 Graphics Toyota, starts in 19th. Mike Edwards, the Cave RP and Breast Cancer Awareness Toyota, starts in 20th. Nick Hammer starts in 22nd. We don't have the 21st car on the grid, so Nick Hammer 22nd. J Much in the 69 starts 23rd. JR Deal on the 9. Little Caesars Toyota 24th. Mark Dingman in the Grading Authority Chevy starts 25th. Daniel Wallen Labor 12 Chevy 26th. And Ryan Brennan in the Bomb Squad Chevy starts 27th. That is your starting lineup presented by Labor 12. We appreciate them giving us some music to jam out to while we run through our starting lineup. Appreciate you guys at Labor 12. All right. Field rolling through 3 and 4. We're getting set for the start of this one. Have to wait for the green flag to come out before we can get this one underway. So Hayden Lowell has to wait until Barney drops the green flag up in the flag stand. All other restarts are on leader's discretion within the restart zone. So 26 cars officially starting this one. The 24 car did not get out on track for the start of the race. It appears that we've had a car go to the back of the field. It looks like the 8 of Alec Daffin has chosen to go to the back. So dropping out of his 3rd starting spot, Alec Daffin to the rear of the field. That may have actually been a penalty from another race. We'll have to see if we can hear from anyone on that. Pace car is off, and Corey the Real Deal just told us the same thing. Penalty from last week, so there you go. Green flag's out in the air. We are underway for 125 laps from Homestead. Hayden Lowell able to get the early jump on Wes Parker. Parker side by side with Blake Roebuck for 2nd, and Roebuck going to take it away as Bill Rivard shoots up the track in the 10, stays out of the wall.
Sorry, guys. Got me.
Field working frantically behind him and the 00 to try and avoid contact. So far, so good, but that was not a good start for the 10. Front part of the field gets single file. Hayden Lowell, Blake Roebuck, Dustin Franklin, Wes Parker, Cliff Mullins, your top 5. Stillwell, Kincaid, Lawrence, and now Rivard. And the caution has come out. It's like 14 and 00 have come together.
I don't know what happened there, man. I ain't been loose going in all damn night, and then that one time. Sorry, guys.
See Edwards on the high side in front of Daniel Llewellyn. Llewellyn running in the middle. Comes up the track, makes contact with the 14.
Sorry, Mikey, I tried to check it. Just going out trying to check it.
Edwards getting collected by
man.
the 00. So it looked like Llewellyn getting into the 14, causing this. Let's take a ride with Llewellyn, see if the car got out of shape.
I get lane choice.
Yeah, he starts drifting up into the 14. 14 goes
Yes,
around.
sir. Leader gets lane choice.
See Daffin in
Thank you
the
very much.
8 car.
Hey, Dan, you know you're supposed to pass me?
So they confirmed the 67 has a lane choice. Not even one lap, nope. Mikey got turn 4 on the first lap. See if we have Daniel in chat. Nope, no Daniel in chat. We're gonna go ask Daniel what happened there, but Daniel not in chat. You got 3 minutes of repair on that? Yeah, the 00 hit you pretty hard. Lafayette got into your door pretty hard there. I'll just try stay on the lead lap as long as you can and then take the fast repair maybe just past halfway. Be my guess. That'd be my strategy if I were you. This place does get that long green flag run though. So it's kind of, you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. So a lot of comers and goers early on in this one. Let's take a look at our biggest movers chart. JR Deal up 10, Llewellyn up 8, Gallimore dropped 13. So Llewellyn make contact with the 14. Field works through the exit of turn 2. Sure, a lot of drivers already working on saving fuel. You see the fire coming out the pipes. A lot of these guys being very gentle on the throttle. Homestead seems to be one of those places that likes to go to a fuel mileage race. So the leader Hayden Lowell's chosen the top. Roebuck will start second on the inside. And Dustin Franklin third on the inside. Wes Parker fourth on the outside. In row number 3 you have Mullins and Stillwell. Row 4 Lawrence and Kincaid. Row 5 Benke and Montrose. Field enters the Geico restart zone. We are back underway. Hayden Lowell accelerates ahead of Blake Roebuck. Roebuck squeezes in ahead of Parker.
Gas hold on the right there, bud.
Passing going on in the middle of the field. Front 8 or so have all gone single file. Roebuck and Parker both close in on Hayden Lowell there. Field works out of turn number 4, heading back to the start finish. We made it a full lap. Hot dog. Now Roebuck to the outside of Hayden Lowell for the race lead. Roebuck in the 30. Strong move to the outside. We heard Hayden say early on, oh, is that Stillwell? The 36 gets spit out towards the inside wall. A little bit of right rear damage on the 36, but I don't see any left front contact, so it looks like he stayed out of the inside wall. But Stillwell spit out of the top 10. He'll fall all the way down outside the top 20. Roebuck, meanwhile, still side by side with Hayden Lowell. Roebuck running the top. Hayden and Parker both running low. Roebuck gets his App State Mustang briefly ahead of Hayden. Hayden in the Napa Ford trying to give it back. Roebuck running the middle groove. There is another groove a bit higher than that. Hayden trying to keep his momentum up on corner exits, drifts up a little bit. Still side by side for the race lead. Now Hayden drives it in deep down in 1 and 2. Has the short way around. He can clear to the wall if he chooses to. And he will on corner exit slide out to the wall. Roebuck will have to settle in behind him as JR Deal and the Little Caesars car goes around. He backs it into the inside wall. That is well off the racing surface, so we may stay green here. Let's go back and see if we can find what happens to JR. See Benke on the inside. JR gets out of shape coming out of the corner, and then unfortunately his teammate, 69 of J Munch, gets into him and spins him around. JR now shown in 26. He is even behind the Stillwell car that spun out. Tough break for JR. Up front, the action's still hot and heavy. Roebuck slides back to third. Parker gets ahead of him in the 22. Always love that sunset when you come here. Such a good look. Hayden out front of now Parker. Roebuck now third. Franklin fourth. Cliff Mullins fifth. And Jake Lawrence trying to run down Mullins. You have Montrose seventh. Kincaid in eighth. Clapper Newell ninth. Corey Deal in 10th. Jeremy Scher 11th. Matt Benke 12th. Alec Daffin from the back of the field up to battling for 13th with the 26 of Evers. See some damage on the front of the 48/8. A little bit of nose damage to the Daffin machine. Mike Edwards says his car is down 100 RPM at the back of the field. A lot of left side damage to that 14 car. Aero very important at Homestead, so going to be an uphill battle for Edwards. Ethan Evers on the high side getting passed by Bill Rivard. Up front, Wes Parker and Hayden Lowell battling for the race leads. Parker trying to go the high side and around. We saw, contact. Hayden Lowell pushes Parker up the track. Parker stays out of the wall, but that's giving up a ton of speed. Roebuck going to get to the inside, and Parker probably not too thrilled with that. You see a little bit of separation from Defender and Hood.
Hey, you should hold that line a little bit better.
Parker and Hayden, no strangers to contact. Parker saying you should hold the line a little better. We'll see if that aero affects the 22 car. Look right at the hood up near the windshield. You see a little separation, and that can play havoc with the aerodynamics here.
Down on speed, so don't be afraid to get past me.
Edwards saying he's down on speed. There goes Brennan Stillwell. Here comes Hammer. Edwards trails backwards and trying to stay on the lead lap. Hayden, Parker, Roebuck, your top three. Franklin in fourth. Cliff Mullins sitting in the top five. You have Lawrence and Montrose battling for the sixth spot. Lawrence in the green. Montrose in the black and orange. Is that your shocked face for the contact between Parker and Lowell? Montrose holding on to the sixth spot for now. Lawrence seventh. Corey Deal is in eighth. Kincaid ninth. Clapper Newell in a fight with Daffin. That is for the 10th spot. As much damage as the 8 car has on the front end, it's impressive that he's been able to move up through the field. Daffin started with the EOL to start the race. Contact with the 21. Door to door. Clapper Newell and Daffin making a little contact on corner entry. Everyone keeps it going in the right direction.
Car side.
Maybe Daffin was trying to get the corner entry. Not quite able to push the 21 up out of the way. Is that a car on pit road? It is Nick Hammer in the 11. Brought the National Fallen Firefighter Foundation Chevy to pit road.
Sorry, John.
Lap 16.
No problem. Shenanigans in front of you.
Pretty early.
Yep. You can say that again.
There's John Garrett and Bill Rivard talking about, I believe, Daffin and Clapper Newell. Perhaps some shenanigans, as he said.
Don't know what they're doing out here. Not helping the situation.
Hayden still leads Wes Parker. These two have started to put a gap over Roebuck. Behind them you have Franklin and Mullins. Mullins has pulled up one to the back bumper of Franklin. See if Cliff can take over the 4th spot. You to watch here, we can tell you Bill Rivard and John Garrett have gotten around the 21 of Clapper Newell. Of Daffin is now caught in the 54 of Kincaid. Boy from the back of the field with nose damage. Rather impressive what the 8 car has been able to do so far. From 26th up into the 9th spot. Bill Rivard trying to follow him through. Rivard did pit for fuel. Rivard always liking to go alternate strategy. A 5-second stop to top off the tank, as did John Garrett. Looks like Nick Hammer in the 11 team has fallen out of the race. Hammer will finish 26th tonight. Hayden and Wes Parker still 1 and 2. Roebuck nearly a full second back now. Actually is over a second back. Dustin Franklin, Cliff Mullins, these two are a second back from Roebuck. His field's starting to spread out. Then it's another second back to Corey Deal. Deal has Montrose not far behind. Rivard up to the 8th spot. Rivard able to get by Daffin. As Rivard and Daffin get by Kincaid. Rivard up to the 8th spot. Daffin 9th. Kincaid in 10th. John Garrett, Jake Lawrence, Ethan Evers. Garrett now looks to the inside of Kincaid. 48/8 of Daffin way up by the wall. Trying to find you guys some good battles to watch. Looks like Clapper Newell, Jake Lawrence, and Jeremy Sherry, they keep trading this spot. It's 13th, 14th, and 15th. Got Montrose and Rivard drag racing down the backstretch. I'll put Rivard up into the 7th spot.
Yes, so.
Bill Rivard moving to the front. Rivard, no stranger to Homestead. We've seen him nearly lap the field in a truck race here. Already up to the 7th spot after pitting. Definitely the farthest car ahead that's made a pit stop. He topped off the fuel tank. John Garrett's also been down pit road. He's up in the 11th now. Now the 48/8. I'm going to do that all night long. Daffin to the inside of Montrose. That'll move Daffin back to the 8th spot. Uh-oh. Kincaid and Montrose come together. Montrose going to slam to the inside wall. I think he's going to go far enough on track where this should trigger a yellow. There it is. So the caution flag flies on lap 26. Contact between the 1 and the 54 of Kincaid. Montrose collected the wall, then trying to get off the wall, comes down across the nose of Kincaid. Kincaid probably a little surprised by the one coming down like that. Montrose getting into the outside wall, then going across the nose. Now we'll see what the strategy is. I'm sure we'll see plenty of people down for fuel. So we got 4 sets of tires total, so it might be a little early for a set of tires, but we'll have to see. So 3 in the pits, 1 set starting on the car. Here they come to pit road. I'm sure it'll be everybody for at least fuel. We'll keep an eye on who grabs the tires and who don't. Who does not? One of those. Promise I can talk. The only 2 cars off the lead lap are Daniel Llewellyn and Nick Hammer. Both of those cars out of the race, so no lucky dog. Keep an eye on the pit lane exit. See tires going on quite a few of these guys. Hayden and West for sure. Bill Rivard down and away fuel only. Hayden Law tires, Parker, Roebuck,
I'm sorry, Tyler.
Franklin.
Is that leaf filter on the side of your car?
Mullins, Corey Deal, Daffin, Kincaid, Garrett,
yeah,
all
there it
tires,
is.
Ethan Evers tires, Lafayette fuel only, Gallimore
I'm so
tires, Lawrence
disappointed.
tires, Dingman tires, Spanky tires, Clapper
Why are you
Newell
disappointed?
tires and damage repair, Edwards looks like he's tires and maybe even a fast repair.
They fired me, so I'm still salty about them.
I would be too.
Edwards calling out the paint scheme for the 36 car, kind of funny. And yes, 14 has taken his fast repair. Jimmy Shear 19th. He got some repairs, it looks like. 20 seconds in the pits. J Munch, similar story. 26-second stop. Ryan Brennan just now coming off. He had a 40-second stop. JR Deal 37. So all these cars taking damage repairs. Stillwell, we saw him get into the wall. There's Montrose. All those machines towards the back. Outside the top 20. Extended stops for damage repair. J Munch back down pit road. Along with Bill Rivard. Rivard another top off of the fuel tank. J Munch probably the same. Down and away for the 69 car, so yes. Coming down in the next lap, Bill Rivard and J Munch topping off the tanks. We saw Rivard start way in the back and drive up into the top 10, all the way up to 7th. So strategy being played. Lights are out on our iRacing Pace Car Sedan. FWScreen.com, Fort Worth Screen Printing. Appreciate them coming on board and being partners with us in the Fort Worth Screen Printing Xfinity Series presented by Mr. Ghostman Travis Martin. Hope Travis is doing alright. Having computer issues. Haven't seen him much this season. Hayden Lowell gets us restarted. We're back underway as we start lap 30. Hayden gets a clean break. Battle side by side between Roebuck and Parker for second. Dustin Franklin watches from fourth. Corey Deal behind Franklin. As the field is bunched up once again. Looks like Jake Lawrence way down to the inside, getting out of the way. There's Chavy Chav. Yeah, man. We always thinking about you, brother. If you aren't in chat, Travis says, back to normal soon. Hate that I can't be there. Computer is basically locked up. So there you go. Update from Mr. Ghostman as he's hanging out in chat. We appreciate him. Hayden out front. Parker able to get away from Roebuck. Parker settles in second. Roebuck third. Franklin fourth. Corey Deal fifth. And the Daffin machine is up to sixth. Daffin did not take his fast repair. The nose on that 8 machine still bashed in. Cliff Mullins 7th. John Guerin 8th. Ethan Evers in 9th. And Gallimore is 10th. A lot of single file quickly here. Kincaid 11th. Dingman 12th. Scherer 13th. Is Parker and Lowell up front, battling side by side. Lowell all the way up by the wall. Parker running the low line. Hayden able to hang on to it that time by. I heard Hayden say the bottom saves tires better. The top has a little more speed in it. So when Wes was there trying to fight for the lead, Hayden went all the way to the top. Hayden just trying to keep his car right in front of Wes. Take the nose and the air off the nose of the 22.
Sorry about that.
Parker all over the back of that Mustang though.
Yeah,
I think it's only a matter of time. Parker probably pushing harder than Hayden wants to at this point. And Parker gets the nose to the outside. Oh, caution, right as we're getting about over the lead.
Off me, Bill. I was all over the place.
I'm still a little out of shape back here. Let's see what happens here. Oh no. Clapper Newell makes contact with the 69 of J Munch. Let's go on board with 21. If it'll let us. And then look at far chase. He gets loose, comes down into J Munch, turns him around. Unfortunate. Let's give you Bill Rivard progress report while we're here. He was up to 17th when that caution came out after topping off with fuel. I'm sure we'll see him back down here again since he's already back there. We'll watch from the 10, see who may come down with him, but we know Bill's coming. Scherer's coming down. I think we'll see Lafayette. Looks like JR Deal, Jake Lawrence, all in this fuel mileage game towards the back of the field, and why not? You're already back there. Ryan Brennan, the 48. Ian Montrose in the 1. J Munch, of course, he just got the damage. We'll see if he fast repairs or takes the damage repair. It looks like he's going to hold on to that fast repair. Probably a good strategy, as we're not halfway yet. It's always my thinking. You want to have it at least till halfway, but as long as you can really hold on to it and still be competitive is the best bet. See who has used them already. Spare half gallon of gas, yes. Edwards, we saw him have to take his with the heavy left side damage, so he's got to be careful the rest of the race. Let's hit our split here, see if the guys in the back still have him or not. It splits 11, 12, and 13. That's odd. It's currently showing me J Munch as the leader. I'm so confused right now. Looks like Hammer used his, but he is already retired. Lafayette has used his in a 00. He had that contact with the 14. And that is the 3 cars that he used. Corey Deal trying to give us the update saying not using it. We noticed that right away. The right rear quarter didn't pop back out. Appreciate you anyway. Now the board updates. That was weird when it was showing J Munch as leader. Field works our way into the back straightaway. Lights out on our pace car. We're filing up 2x2. Hayden Lowell chose the top for one restart, but looks like this restart a little down bottom. This looks like we have about 17th back. Came down and topped off the tank here. Lafayette, Scher, Lawrence, Brennan, and company. Inexperienced at leading race. Hey, it looked like you were having fun though. It looked like you were having fun, EJ. Here we go. Back to green flag racing as we start lap 37. Hayden out front. Roebuck quickly into second alone. Parker third. And the 8 machine of Daffin fourth.
Be clear up if you want. You're not no cliff, screw you.
Corey Teal letting John Garrett up and not Cliff Mullins. Corey drops back to the 8th spot.
How about now?
I'm going up your shit. Come here.
We got beef.
Hi,
Corey,
puppy.
Corey gave him a little bump in the back. Evers can go to the outside of the 44 of Deal. See what kind of run Evers gets off the corner. Looks like Deal going to go down and roll the bottom, let Evers have the top. Deal probably trying to conserve his car a little bit.
Roll bottom.
There it is, roll bottom. Knew it. Making Evers go to the high side, use those tires up a little bit more. So Evers up to 8th. Deal slides down to 9th. Still battling up front. Hayden Lowell, Wes Parker. Bumper to bumper. Just as they were when the caution came out. Parker now to the inside. Drives his 22 Toyota down low on the 67 Mustang. He's going to start pushing on corner exit, drifting out to the wall. Hayden's going to have that little bit of momentum as he leads that lap, but we're side by side going down into 1. Parker going to try to get his car just enough ahead where he can slide up in front of Hayden. He's got the clearance. Hayden not giving it away as Hayden goes around. Yellow flag flies. We'll have to get it.
The 36 got into my rear there, so sorry about that.
Have to go back and get a different angle of that as the contact happened right as the cameras changed.
Yeah, we didn't make contact on my screen.
So you see Parker wanting to drift up in front of Hayden. Oh, a little contact with Hayden.
Oh, you drove it in there
Hayden
so deep that
getting into
I
the
believe
22
it's
and the
all
wall
deep,
at the same time. It's like Parker
we'll look at it again,
just
but,
kind of squeezed him.
It was alright. We got it through.
And Hayden goes around. That's really not going to make a happy camper in the 67 team. Hayden fortunate not to get any heavy contact. Should not need to use a fast repair here.
We had to have made contact though, by the way, man. I got a 2X out of that.
Yeah,
I
I'm
mean,
still at 0X.
that was kind of worst of both worlds, right, Hayden? Like, either come all the way up in front of you and let you go to the bottom, or stay down low, don't go kind of in the middle like you did. And the same crew that has been coming down about every caution, coming down to top off the tanks again. Well, Tito making a good point about the contact earlier between the 67 and 22. And the 67 did door the 22.
I'm gonna go back to the outside.
Looks like Parker's come down to take some damage repair. So our 2 fastest cars in qualifying, both damaged at this point. Lafayette, Parker down and away. Hayden's still sitting there. You see a little bit of damage behind the right front tire. And the hood is buckled in. Hard to tell with that paint scheme, but you can see it buckled in a little bit. Clapper Newell, quite a lot of damage on the front end of that 21 car. There was a lot of incidents at once. They had Ryan Brennan, I think, hit the wall along with Gallimore and Kincaid, all getting 2 X's, and then a lap later, Wes Parker and Hayden Law. So I think that was the other thing we heard on the radios with the drivers talking, was the guys getting up and into the outside wall at the same time. Still no cars a lap down other than the 2 out of the race, so 24 on the lead lap. Race leader after all that now is Roebuck. Daffin riding in the 2nd spot. Still see that damage on the front nose of the Shaw Racing Chevy. Cliff Mullins wondering how the hell he's top 5. Because you're ahead of everyone else not in the top 5. Lights are on our pace car. Let's see if we can get a word with Roebuck. See if he had a good vantage point of what just happened with our leaders. Blake, DG, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Well, you find yourself out front now after that exciting situation that unfolded in front of you. How did that unfold from your perspective?
Yeah, I kind of just parted the seas there on that one. That was crazy. I didn't expect that to happen for sure. But yeah, we're rolling P1 now from it. Hopefully this run is long enough where they don't get caught up enough and strategy works out and things will go the right way.
10-4. Good luck to you, sir.
All righty, thank you.
We're getting set to go back to green flag or racing. We heard Blake Roebuck, the new leader, say the seas kind of just parted for him as the accident between Hayden Lowell and Wes Parker kind of unfolded in front of him. Driver's already hot under the collar. We got words like intentional wrecking coming into the chat now. It's not that big of a deal, boys. Don't think anything there is intentional. Pace car enters turns 3 and 4. We're going to have a restart with Roebuck and Daffin. It'll be interesting to see, should Daffin not have a car in front of him, how well that car keeps up. As you look at that lower valence, the green underneath the headlights is very wrinkled. Obvious damage on that car. It hasn't slowed him down coming through the field. We'll see how it does out front of a line. And the 30 of Roebuck gets us restarted. He's going to slide up in front of Daffin. Perhaps Daffin allowing that to happen. Daffin's going to run the top line. Franklin, John Garrett, Cliff Mullins, your top 5. Ethan Evers battles Corey Deal for the 6th spot. Looks like Daffin trying to go for the lead there. JR Deal looks like he got a bit out of shape and lost a few spots here on the restart. Come back to see if Daffin can navigate around the 30 of Roebuck. Looks like actually losing a little bit of time. Mike Edwards making his presence known. He's jumped up to the 6th spot in that pink and white machine. This is the inside of Corey Deal. Corey Deal brushed the wall on quarter entry there. Saw the sparks fly off the 44. Tyler Stillwell on the 36. Popping in there as well. All these cars took tires on their last pit stop. So Edwards up to 6, has Cliff Mullins just ahead. Looks like back around Banky is the first battle on track. Banky There's Wes Parker going by him. Now Jeremy Scher looks to the outside. Bill Rivard, Hayden Lowell battle back here. Hayden took a lot of damage repair. Bill topped off the tank, so that's what they're doing at the back end of this pack. Guys up ahead haven't pitted in 20 laps. They're going to have to pit way before those guys that topped off. $16 to go until we give away the halfway points. Roebuck out front of Daffin Franklin, Garrett, Mullins, Edwards, Evers, Deal, Stillwell, and Parker, your top 10. Parker working his way back up. Still see that little bit of left front damage on the 22. Here's Parker around Stillwell, move him up to the 9th spot. Teammates Mike Edwards, Ethan Evers do battle. Corey Deal trying to spoil the party. Everyone else single file except for these two Toyotas. This is a pretty cool shot to look down all the way pretty much to 20th. Single file except for these two. Now Edwards tucks in behind Evers. See the fire come out the pipes as they back off for the corner entry. Now both of those DG Racing cars go up high in the corner. Corey Deal looking to the inside of Edwards. Deal back to his roll bottom attack. That'll move Deal up into the 7th spot. Got Wes Parker trying to close in from 9th. Meanwhile, Roebuck's put a half second on Daffin. Daffin has Franklin, Garrett, and Mullins all right in tow. It's like Mullins side by side with John Garrett. It's got John Garrett up off the bottom line. Mullins going to take the low line down into turn 1. So John Garrett drove a little bit deeper than Mullins did. It's going to allow Garrett a lot of corner exit speed too. Kept his momentum up pretty well. Ooh, who smacked the wall? I that was Stillwell in the 36. Yeah, 36 Tyler Stillwell smacked the outside wall. Bill Rivard now moving up into 10th. Rivard and Parker have the best fuel situation. These races tend to get a green flag run to them at some point. Garrett, Mullins, Evers, and Deal. Add in Edwards and Parker. 4th to 9th. All piled up. By far the best battle on track is this group of cars. Mullins trying to get ahead of John Garrett, and you have Corey Deal, Ethan Evers, Wes Parker, Mike Edwards. Mullins gets to the inside of Garrett once again. He's side by side heading down the front stretch. And 4 Toyotas chasing him. Corey Deal's gotten to the front of that Toyota brigade. Deal now 6th, Evers 7th, Parker 8th, Edwards 9th. Garrett. It's actually starting to run down his teammate, Dustin Franklin, in 74. Looks like Franklin had to lift a little bit, got tight on corner exit there in turn 4. Garrett tried to get underneath him, but it just cost him speed to Mullins. Bill Rivard's gotten past Evers and Edwards. Rivard up to 8th now. John Garrett gets by teammate Franklin. Now Cliff Mullins trying to make some headway. Here comes Corey Deal in the 44. Closing right up on the back of Mullins. Deal's going to clear Dustin Franklin. Deal up to the 5th spot. Now Rivard gets to the inside of Deal. Rivard says, give me that spot. That's just not fair. Bill Rivard. All that extra fuel he's carrying and still all the way up into the top 5. Impressive drive from the number 10. Bill now looks to the inside of Cliff Mullins, trying to take the 4 spot away. Mullins running up by the wall. Bill gets the pass done. Bill Rivard up to 4th. I believe he restarted somewhere around 17th. Crazy the drive that 10 cars putting in. Next up would be John Garrett in the 66. You see how quickly Rivard's running him down. I promise you, the last time Rivard came to pit road, he did not take tires. It was fuel only. Just driving it like he took tires. Crazy. So Rivard up to 3rd. Next car for him to run down is that green, white, and black machine. Shaw Racing, number 8 of Alec Daffin. See if we can throw the compare down. Check out the gap. We'll look back. That's front. We'll look back. There we go. Here comes Bill. See Wes Parker's moved up to the wall. Riding on board. 2nd place. Alec Daffin in the 8, watching the 10 of Bill Rivard run him down. All kinds of speed for the 10. There he goes. Looking to the inside. Tucks back in line. I think once we get down to 1 and 2, he'll jump to the inside.
Bad.
That'll move Rivard all the way up. 2 second. He is running down Blake Robo.
I mean, Bill. Oh my God.
The speed he has.
This is my spot.
Incredible. Will Bill get the stage win here? Or the halfway points? It's got a lap to get it done. Into this lap, we pay out our halfway points. 10 points to the 1st place driver, and all the way down to 1 point for the 10th place driver. Bill going to the outside, going down the backstretch. Got the Ian Montrose machine just ahead. Bill may have wanted to try and run the wall, but Montrose kind of foiled that plan. Rivard back to the gas, gets in the back of Roebuck a little bit. Turns him down the track. Rivard's going to get the 10 points. Wow.
Hashtag sniped.
Was that me or you, John? So I'm sorry.
Rivard 10 points, Roebuck 9, Daffin gets 8, Mullins 7, Parker 6, Corey Deal 5, John Garrett 4, Edwards 3, Ethan Evers 2, and Paul Gallimore a point there.
Just trying to get that point.
So Bill Rivard takes over the race lead right on the halfway lap. Blake Roebuck falls to 2nd, now has to battle with Daffin. Daffin trying to keep pace with that Bill Rivard machine. Alec to the inside of Blake. And that'll move Alec Daffin back to second as Roebuck goes from first to third. See Wes Parker lurking in the distance in the 22. He had to come back from where Bill was. He's up to the 4th spot. He's starting to run down Roebuck. Tyler Stillwell coming to pit road in the 36. See how long since he was last on pit road. 37 laps, so about the same as most of our leaders outside of Rivard and Parker. Perhaps we'll start to see the green flag pit stops kick off as we approach 40 laps on some of these cars' tires and tanks of fuel. Parker to the inside of Roebuck. Wes up to the 3rd spot. Looks like he's got some rear end damage on the 22.
82 pitting in.
There's Mark Dingman pitting out of 11th. Looks like the 74 of Franklin coming down, and ahead of them, the 6 of Gallimore. So a lot of stops coming. Gallimore, Franklin, Dingman all down pit road.
Westbound van here, dog. Huh? I'm pitted.
26 pin.
That is the 8 car. And it is. 8 car of Daffin out of 2nd place. Down pit road. Green flag stops underway at Homestead. Mike Edwards on pit road, 14. 26 Ethan Evers on pit road. Let's see the 1 of Montrose. He's gone a lap down. A few other cars. John Garrett, Gallimore, Dingman all having come to pit road, now a lap down. Montrose, Benke. Rivard will probably run his tank of fuel. I suspect Rivard and Parker would stay out. Roebuck.
I was coming with you.
Here comes Corey and Cliff Mullins, 4th and 5th place. So really the surprise left out there is going to be Roebuck. He's working lap 41 on this set of tires. Can't be much longer for the 30 car to have to come down. Everyone else seems to have come down on the last caution, outside of Jeremy Scher. Here comes Roebuck. We get an extra lap in there. Roebuck hits pit road on lap 69. .55 to go. Bill Rivard continues to lead. Of course, Rivard and Parker came down 28 laps to go for Parker, 26 for Rivard. So Rivard can probably go an extra lap, maybe 2. Keep an eye on people who had long stops. Looks like Tyler Stillwell picked up a pit penalty, 41-second stop for the 36 team. He's now shown 22nd, 2 laps down. Jeremy Scher's peeled off and gone to pit road. Bill Rivard leads by 1.8 seconds over Wes Parker. J.R. Deal rides in 3rd.
Kidding me?
Jake Lawrence
Are
angry.
you absolutely kidding me?
Dustin
My
Franklin.
bad, I apologize.
See if we can find the contact between Lawrence and Franklin. So it shows us J.R. Deal. Not the right car replay. See Franklin closing in quickly on the back of the 68. A little bit of contact as he tried to go to the outside, misjudged the closing speeds. That was the situation that we were wondering if people were kidding.
Good.
It's probably another, I don't know, maybe 10 laps before we see Bill Rivard. If he's stretching the tank all the way, I would imagine he would take it that whole 10 laps. That would probably put him in the window to make it a 1 more stop. If he's able to run the 40 under green. We shall see. Here comes the 8 of Daffin. That'll put 10 cars on the lead lap as he gets his lap back. Behind him is John Garrett. Garrett gets to the inside of Bill Rivard and we'll put 11 cars on the lead lap. Comes Corey Deal and his 10-10's teammates. We'll put Deal back on the lead lap, 12th spot. Next car to unlap themselves.
67 pitting.
Be Mike Edwards. Hayden Lull. He's one of the cars that came down with lap 32. Interesting to see that he's pitting here. The whole top 9 all came down around lap 32, 33, 31. The Roebuck gets back on the lead lap. 14 now on the lead lap. Here comes Mullins to try and get his lead lap position back. Hayden Lull on pit road in the 67. Wes Parker quietly closing in on Bill. It was nearly a 2-second gap. Now it's just over a second. Someone just blow up. Kincaid's coming to pit road. Tyler Stillwell is stopped on the inside of the track. Takes a tow. Stillwell may have blown up here. Yeah, that's what it was. Tyler Stillwell's car. Wow. Rough race for him. Smacking the inside wall, and Stillwell gets towed to pit road. Fortunate not to ring the yellow out in the middle of our green flag cycle. So the car that has pitted furthest ahead is Alex Daffin in 8th. I think that was the 21, maybe. Damage on the nose of that car. Parker's brought the 22 to pit road. I think kind of in the window for those cars in that 35-36 lap run. Bill's probably going to have one more lap than everyone else. He's probably going to stretch it as far as he can. That was the 21 pitting, so Clapper Newell and Wes Parker on pit road, 6th and 7th at the moment. Parker was 2nd when he came down. That'll move Alec Daffin up to the 6th spot. Top 5 cars have not made their stop yet. Things getting interesting at Homestead with all the different strategies being played. It's like J Munch and JR Deal, 10-10's teammates on pit road, the 9 and 69. Those two Toyotas hit their box. They'll start sliding down the leaderboard. Ethan Evers goes by our race leader. Put Evers on the lead lap in 10th. There's Nathan Lafayette going to pit road, bringing Jake Lawrence with him. They're pitting out of 2nd and 3rd. So I think we'll see Bill Rivard this lap or next lap. He's got 45 laps to go from here, so I don't think he can make it, but definitely shortens his pit window. And here comes Bill, the leader. Bill Rivard peels off of the racetrack. Stretch that tank as far as he could. Brings his Propel Chevrolet to pit road, and eventually that'll give the lead over to the 8 of Alec Daffin. Then when they come back out, Bill Rivard will be the fastest car on the racetrack. You can see the 00 and 68 leaving just ahead of him. Go ahead and pick up where Daffin is on track. Should be coming out of 4. There he is. Once he gets to the end of pit road, Daffin will take over the race lead. Corey Deal right behind him in 2nd. Deal rolling bottom, Daffin out by the wall. Deal alongside of him. We had a battle for the lead. Tucks back in line coming off the corner. See 54 Kincaid just ahead of him. by Bill Rivard coming to pit road. We now have 21 cars on the lead lap, Kincaid being the last of those. Rivard, after his stop, currently shown in 12th spot. We should start to see him pick up spots with those fresh tires. Wes Parker pitted a few laps before him. He's up in 8th. So Deal second, Edwards third, Roebuck fourth, John Garrett your top 5, Cliff Mullins 6th, Wes Parker on the fresher rubber currently in 7th. Let's check in on Wes. He's just gotten by Ethan Evers. Wes has about 10 lap fresher tires than everyone ahead of him. And Rivard has 3 lap fresher tires than Parker. Rivard in 12th still. Here's Bill. See if anyone's around him. There's Franklin, not too far ahead of him. That's the next spot for him. Franklin 11th. Still see Kincaid just in front of our leaders. Kincaid trying to stay on that lead lap. Keep an eye on timing, trying to find battles for you. Looks like Edwards has Roebuck not too far behind, and Roebuck has John Garrett. So those 3 are all for position. Inside the top 5, Edwards, Roebuck, and Garrett. As tends to happen at Homesteads, race is taking that long green flag look. Now we just play the fuel strategy game. We'll wait and see what happens. Kincaid up the track. Gonna fall a lap down. Corey Deal gets by Kincaid, so now the top 2 clear of that lap machine. Take a look at our static shots just for fun. Let's watch this battle for the lead unfold. Deal right on his back bumper. Deal always been a roll bottom kind of guy at Homestead. Once again, Corey running that bottom. Just look back at Deal from the leader, Alec Daffin's car. Less than 40 to go. 38. 38 circuits left. Deal all over the back bumper. Not letting Daffin get away. Can get a blimp view.
Eh?
Eh?
Me no copy. Oh
Please, Daffin brushed the wall there, corner exit. Corey Deal not expecting it. You heard him say OSF.
Hey, I got him here. Hey, go past man. You're doing a hell of a job right now.
Corey Deal takes over the race lead. Daffin brushed the wall coming out of 2.
Kill Muppet instead of Alec.
Dowlett goes right back to the inside.
Yes.
10-4. I just wanted to make sure my headset wasn't malfunctioning.
Deal, a little bit of a bobble coming out of the two.
How's that good for you?
But Daffin did take his fast repair. The nose of that car finally fixed. So I guess when he came down 22 laps ago, he took the fast repair, fixed the front end of that car. I suspect from about lap 95 on, we'll start seeing pit stops for these guys that are splitting that last section fairly evenly. Maybe between 95 and 100, I'm sure we'll see quite a few cars hit the pit road. Be interesting to see what guys like Rivard and Jake Lawrence do. If they were like the last ones to come to pit road, maybe they'll try that 2-tire stop towards the end, who knows? Could be drama filled as we close in on the end of this. Currently Rivard 13 seconds back behind Ethan Evers. Wes Parker, meanwhile, is up to the 5th spot. So Wes has been able to actually make some forward progress. Bill Rivard looks like he's been kind of trapped back in the field a bit. Rivard's 12 seconds behind Parker. There is Rivard getting by Evers. Maybe Rivard's saving hard, who knows? If he's in full save mode and trying to save that much gas, I would be really, really impressed. Have to go at 35 laps. Is that right? Is that the math? We're at 38, isn't it? That's crazy. Corey Deal coming sideways off the corner there, coming out of 2. It's going to cost him some time. Daffin's going to pull away a bit. Wes Parker coming in a hurry, up to the 3rd spot now. He has 9 lap fresher tires than Corey, 10 laps fresher than Alec. He is running them down with authority. John Garrett hits pit road out of the 7th position. John Garrett down the pit lane, right where I thought, right at 95. So John's going to get the best set of tires, both coming and going, so you know what I mean. Breaks up this last run in 2 perfectly balanced halves, basically. That way you can keep the best tires he's got on the car. Brought Dustin Franklin down with him. Now Mike Edwards hits pit road. So we continue to watch Wes Parker run down the top 2. Parker coming from a long way back. Bill Rivard still 14 seconds back. I think Bill might be saving a bit. Matt Benke hits pit road. Here goes Parker to the inside of Corey Deal, this for the 2nd position. Now Wes, 1 car left till he can resume race lead. Maybe when he gets to the front, he will back off and save. So I don't expect him to take off and leave the 8 car. But maybe he wants to get a buffer zone planning on pitting, so it's tough to say. He may try to stretch it out and give it all he's got. Mullins hits pit road in a 37. There's Parker looking to the inside of the leader, Alec Daffin. And Wes Parker takes over the lead with 28 to go. We know pretty much everyone has to pit again. Some right about now. The one wild card seems to be Bill Rivard. Rivard already has 17 laps in this stint. He'd have to go another 28. That just seems impossible, but Bill Rivard does some magical things.
15 pitting.
Jimmy Scherer pitting out of 10th spot. He's going to bring his Chevy accessories, ChevyLiner.com Chevrolet Camaro down to the pit lane. Ethan Evers ahead of him. 26 Dysautonomia Awareness Cave RP Toyota also hits pit road. See a little bit of damage to that machine, front nose and right front fender. Takes the fast repair, so Ethan Evers going to have a brand new car when he heads back out. Corey Deal hits out of 4th. He's just behind, I believe that's Mike Edwards. Looks like Edwards may have had a... Oh, that's not Edwards, that's why. That is Clapper Newell. Those cars all look the same. Should yell at their painter.
Well, I'm pitting this time around.
Edwards is probably listening to us going, what? Corey Deal, Paul Gallimore pitting inside the top 10. Jake Lawrence in 11th on pit road. There is the Green Ranger machine. Keeping an eye on the gap up front. It's maintaining about a second. Parker over Daffin. Roebuck 3rd. Hayden Lowell 4th. Bill Rivard with the virtue of the pit stops up to the 5th spot. He is 16 seconds back. The furthest ahead car that's pit is Corey Deal. That's probably the car that Bill needs to keep a gap to if he's trying to save. See in the background, Ethan Evers coming off turn 2 sideways. Evers in 14th, 1 lap down. Currently 8 cars on the lead lap. Last of those being this little Caesars machine of JR Deal. He's got about a straightaway ahead of our race leader as Daffin and Hayden Lowell both hit pit road. There's Daffin down to his box. Boulevard stays out. There's Hayden Lowell bringing the Napa forward down pit lane. And Wes Parker hits pit lane from the lead. He is not going to go the distance. Parker brings it down. You still see some left side damage to this car. That hands the lead to Blake Roebuck. It's been 33 laps since Roebuck last pit. And once Roebuck comes down, it's all up to the gamble that Bill Rivard wants to put in. Roebuck stays on track. However many laps Roebuck can run, Bill Rivard can run about 11 more. So that's something to keep an eye on. Someone just brushed the wall right in front of us. I think that was maybe the 37 of Mullins. Getting interesting on the strategy for sure.
Yeah, that was so unlucky, damn. Good one, Leslie. Good one.
What?
Hey, he called me on the wrong lap.
Yeah, that was just really unlucky there, damn.
Daffin
Oh, he was talking again. Oh, well,
not getting through the traffic as well as Wes Parker apparently. It's only half a second behind Wes, but thinks it's a good win. As Wes is in 7th. Corey Deal has already made his pit stop. As Corey Deal hits the inside wall.
what was that?
What has happened to Corey Deal? Clapper Newell and Alec
Yeah, very
Daffin
wide.
make contact also.
How'd you go up, dog?
Deal. Back end just comes around. Tries to save it. What a ride for
Come
Corey.
on, dude, just let me go.
Smacks the wall.
I already came out down, okay? Sure.
Why are people angry?
Ah, yes. Welcome to Racing Flat.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. I got down to the fucking retard.
Wow, that's something we don't say. Let's try to see what happens with these two. blocking down the backstretch. Big block. Interesting. Something for the race official to look at. Looks like Corey Deal just kind of putting along again. Corey, do it again, like a replay. Or is he just trying to finish the race on the bottom of the track? Who knows? So we got a 4X popping up between Clapper Newell and Daffin. Let's watch that. Just riding around these heads. Oh, Mullins gets a little out of shape. Comes up the track. Makes a little contact with Clapper. Still don't see where the incident points came from. I guess right there, entering the corner. Bill Rivard still has that 8-second gap. No longer over Corey Deal. Now it's Nathan Lafayette, John Garrett, Wes Parker. The 30 of Roebuck has hit pit road. He came back out on the 8th spot. Battle with John Garrett and Wes Parker. This is the battle for cars that we know can make it, or fairly certain can make it.
I know better.
Parker moves up to second ahead of John Garrett. Parker, the farthest ahead car we know can make it. He's 6 seconds ahead of Bill Rivard. Or behind, excuse me. 6 seconds behind Bill Rivard. That's the gap Bill has to play with, and Wes is going to push his car to try and close up that gap and not let Bill save anything. Can Bill win another fuel mileage race? 15 to go. Bill's 30 laps into his run. He's going to have to go 45. Parker rides second. John Garrett third. Daffin up to the 4th spot. Lafayette 5th. Cliff Mullins, his teammate, in 6th. Lafayette on the same strategy as Rivard. So Lafayette also trying to save fuel to make it to the end. He's actually got 1 lap longer to go than Bill Rivard does. Could be an indicator. Watch the 00, see how he fares. JR Deal. Hayden Lowell trying to get by the 21 of Clapper Newell. Able to do so. Clapper Newell showing a lap down JR Deal. That was for position in 18th. Hayden Lowell a lap ahead of them both in 7th. Try to find some battles on the racetrack. A lot of it spread out, but we got Dustin Franklin, Mark Dingman. This is the battle for 12th. As Dingman gets to the inside of Franklin. That'll move Dingman up to the 12th spot. Franklin slides to 13th. Looks like Jerry Scher and Jake Lawrence. This is 15th and 16th. Just ahead of Corey Deal and Bill Rivard. Cliff Mullins, meanwhile, gets by teammate Nathan Lafayette. Mullins up to 5th. Lafayette, I'm sure, in full save mode at this point. Here comes Hayden Lowell. Gets by Lafayette. That'll be for 6th. Then you got the 30 of Roebuck trying to run down the 00. 11 laps to go. Bill Rivard 34 laps into his tank. Nathan Lafayette, he's 35 into his tank. Wes Parker, though, is running down Bill Rivard. That's not good for Bill. Bill can't save any longer. Wes Parker is there. I think Bill's going to let Wes go. Try to get the best finish he can. Not try to run Wes's pace. So Wes Parker takes over race lead. Wes is good to go on fuel. So Wes's only enemy would be a yellow flag at this point, or any kind of contact on track. Rivard sits in second. John Garrett ahead of Alec Daffin, third and fourth. 4 seconds behind them is Hayden Law. 0-0. Nathan Lafayette pitting in now. And that is 9 laps short of the finish. Should be interesting to see if Bill has to call the quits or keeps going for it. Still in the second spot. Obviously the drama for the lead has gone away as Parker's
Get the bottom out.
got out front.
Nah, you're good. I think I need to run the bottom and go stop the thing. You're good though.
The 3 cars officially out of the race. Stillwell will finish 24th, Llewellyn 25th, Hammer 26th.
Yeah, I took 2 tires, got loose, gonna be inside the wall, and said fuck it, just drove around.
So here's what happened to Corey Deal, the 2-tire gamble. It's almost better to take no tires, just the gas, because those 2 tires really make your car uncomfortable.
I ain't taking Tuesdays any serious anymore, it's alright.
That definitely changes the mounts of the car.
Too many tryhards like this Wesley Parker guy.
I was trying to pinch it there.
Oh, good.
Who's pitching who? Evers and Gallimore. Evers up and into the outside wall. That's going to give Gallimore the spot. 7 laps remaining. See some right side damage now to the 26 car. Parker out front by 3 seconds over Bill Rivard, who's saving to the end. Rivard has no distance over Daffin as Daffin goes by him for a second. Rivard's still in full save mode. Daffin moves into second. 3.7 seconds is the gap to the leader with only 6 laps to go. Seems unlikely unless we have a race-changing caution. John Garrett gets to Bill Rivard. Rivard trying to run the shortest way around the track. Rolling bottom. Sure, Garrett should be able to power off the corner and get by the 10. Bill drops it all the way down to the apron. See the 35 of Benke. He's 1 lap down 16.
What's your issue, bro?
Apparently someone has an issue.
I just bumped you, buddy. It's alright.
Robinson is racing. Tell him. Rivard down to 4th as John Garrett gets up into the top 3. JR Deal around the outside of Benke. That is for position. JR takes over 16th. Now JR closing up on John Garrett.
That's the correct way. That's the correct way.
Are you sure? Because you short a quarter of two earlier.
74 and 69 having continued beef.
What are you talking about? Mine was an honest mistake. This motherfucker hit me in the middle of the corner.
And the caution is out.
Bill?
How convenient.
Trying to find what brought it out.
If he'll run out.
Bill is crashed. Hayden and Bill seem to have made
I'm
contact.
so sorry, man.
Bill catches the apron, comes up into the 67, turns him up and into the outside wall. Boulevard catching the apron and going up into Hayden Lowell. 6th and 7th, crashing just 2 laps to go. Wow, that changes everything. Well, hold on to your hats. Does anyone have tires? Vard obviously going to have to take a fast repair here as his front end is missing. I don't see anybody else on pit road. I don't think anyone has a set left. There goes the fast repair for the 10. Oh, he does have tires. Tires going on the 10 car.
Hi.
Eden says aye. Aye.
I would ask you how you're doing, but I know you're probably, I don't know.
Oh, I'm ready to throw hands right now.
Wes Parker says he's ready to throw
I feel the
hands.
same, brother. Yeah, you'll be alright.
Lafayette to pit road.
Hey,
What happened to Bill? He got down on the apron, came up into Hayden Lowell and wrecked him. Wrecked them both.
Might as well take my left side to my quick repair.
Corey Deal 2000 down,
I
taking
would.
his fast repair and his left side tires. Lafayette, Clapper, Newell hit their boxes. Newell had a fast repair, so he used his. Lafayette's taking tires in the 00. And Montrose looks like damage repair for the 1.
I assume there's no EOLs for causing wrecks or anything.
Oh, Bill's dead. He's in P-Lab.
Bill's in 14th.
He's not gonna make it up here throwing 2 laps.
Huh.
Wait, did Bill still have a set of tires? I imagine he does.
Yes, Bill put on tires in
Hot
14th.
bait.
Bill does have tires and 14th, according to Swiss.
He hit me mid-corner. What is wrong?
Who's hitting who? So green white checker attempt number 1. Cars with fresh tires include Bill Rivard. Believe Nathan Lafayette. Outside of that, I have no idea. Cordial has fresh left side tires in 22nd. Lafayette's a lap down. Rivard only car on the lead lap with fresh tires here. He is starting 14th in the 10. His contact with the 67 of Hayden Lowell brought out the caution.
Everyone behind me, I'm down about 100 RPM.
And here we go. Geico restart zone. Wes Parker in the 22 gets us restarted. There's all kinds of chaos unfolding behind them. I believe Jake Lawrence may have gone around. We're trying to get back there.
So I don't know what happened, but I passed the inside and got a black flag. It was terrible.
Jake Lawrence looks like he has disappeared into pit road. There's the wreck that started. Crazy thing is, didn't bring out a yellow. So we're still green. Boulevard up to the 10th spot. Wes Parker coming through turns 3 and 4. Has big gap over Roebuck and Daffin. White flag in the air. Yellow flag will not fly. Wes Parker. Roebuck. Daffin. John Garrett. Cliff Mullins, your top 5.
Yeah, we have another week to fill with one,
Bill up to 6 as there's a crash in the background. Bill pulls down and off the track. Oh my gosh, this looks like Talladega. Paul Gallimore leading this group of cars 6th on to about 10th. They're 3 wide coming across the line. We're going to crash them again.
What is the point in that? You're lap down.
Big crash as they cross the line.
Yeah,
Wes
I'm
Parker,
still
your
racing
winner.
for position, though.
I was trying to push you, Ethan. It's your birthday.
Was Ethan Eber's birthday in the 26th.
Once again, how in the hell am I top 5?
Cliff Mullins getting a 5th out of that. Wes Parker, your winner. Blake Roebuck, Alec Daffin, your top 5. Bill not taking advantage of his caution drop back on the backstretch.
Hey, congratulations on your P5, asshole.
That one a joke, don't worry. Hayden trying to not hit Wes Parker, but show his frustration to Wes Parker, I'm sure.
I love you, Cliff.
J Wench, those are teammates. I wouldn't worry about that hit.
Yeah, I love you too.
That also teammates, wouldn't worry about that hit.
Jump in your shit when you come back around.
See if we can find Alec Daffin and get these interviews going. Somewhere we'll find an Alec Daffin. What the? The hell was that? Alright, let's go ahead and pull in Alec. Alec, DG, you got a copy? Hello.
Let's say my car's leaking fluid.
Alec, DG, you got a copy?
I gotcha.
There you are. Alright, well, we got a 3rd place out of all that mayhem. Tell me how the race was for your 8 car tonight.
Yeah, we started in the back and then made our way through the field, and everything was against me at the end there. But hey, we still got P3. Should have been better, but you know what? We'll take it. We'll take it.
Yeah, a lot of those guys had pretty good speed on you, and even on the same strategy with you and Wes Parker there. So I mean, it seems like they kind of beat you heads up there.
Kind of, I guess. I mean, either way, good. It's a good finish.
Took a long time to take your first fast repair. Notice your nose was beat up for most of the race. Just wanted to keep it in your back pocket just in case, even though you're on an aero track.
Yeah, somebody forgot where the gas pedal was on the restart, so I had a little run in, but I mean, yeah, we just kept it there because I didn't know how bad the damage was, and it wasn't terrible, but it was still slowing me down a little bit, so I used it. Of course, got more damage there in the last run, but didn't make a difference at that point for the fast repair. But either way, I mean, yeah, could have been worse.
Well, a good run. You got those friends, family, sponsor shoutouts for us tonight.
Thank you for running the league and doing the broadcast. Shaw Racing Products, Cameron Pierce for running our team, and yeah.
10-4. Congrats on your podium finish. We'll catch you in the next one.
Thank you.
Daffin in the 8, getting to 3rd place tonight. We'll go ahead and bring in the 30 of Blake Roebuck. Blake, DG, you got the copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Well, strong run tonight. Started up towards the front, brought it home in P2 tonight. Tell me how it was out there on the track for you.
Yeah, it's a pretty good race for me. Which was just a little bit more competitive speed-wise, but not really how I wanted to finish that race. I know that was an unfortunate circumstance, but I'll take it any way I can get it. P2, 2 nights in a row is pretty good.
Yes, sir. It's far different from how you started the season in both these series, so I'm sure you're quite excited.
Sure.
Yeah. All right. You got those friends, family, and sponsor shoutouts for us tonight, sir.
Yeah, absolutely. I want to thank Ford Performance. I want to thank Appalachian State, Funky Tulip, Taz Mraz, Luke Combs. I want to thank my team over at Ford Bite. I want to thank you for putting on the broadcast. I want to thank, gosh, I'm drawing a blank. I want to thank Travis for sponsoring the league and John for also sponsoring. Yeah.
10-4. All right, sir. Congrats on your 2nd place finish, and we will see you in the next event.
All righty, thank you.
That was Blake Roebuck. Now we'll go grab Wes Parker if we can find him. He's probably still down in his team chat. Yep. Always Wes, hanging out in team chat. Now I gotta drag him up. And their team chat's all the way at the bottom. So it takes, like, forever. Then he jumps to the waiting room. While I'm moving you, you jump to the waiting room. How nice.
Here. I had to go get the water. I was so thirsty.
Well, you were thirsty for a win and brought it home tonight. And tell me how the race unfolded for you. Like, it seemed like you knew quite early that you were not going to have the fuel to make it to the end, so you kind of broke up the last segment a little bit more and got the best out of both sets of tires.
Yeah, I mean, you had to break it up right there because if I like went completely empty, then I wouldn't have enough of laps to really like catch back up to him. So as soon as I started seeing the top 5 pit, I pitted like a lap later and just kind of had even tires with them a little bit. And um, I was hoping Bill would win all the way green with it. I mean, the strategy last night for me didn't work out, and it worked for him, and I was hoping it was going to do the same, but he just had too many laps really to to save on that fuel, so
Yeah,
I just had
45
to
is a bit
split it
much.
up.
45 was asking a lot out of that car.
Oh yeah, he did good. I mean, he gave a lot of effort and stuff. So,
Yeah, what was your take with your couple of incidents with the 67 out on track?
I mean, I mean, him and Blake kind of like pushed up, and I'm just holding my line. I mean, I can't. I mean, you're not going to get like everything, because I mean, people are going to race you hard and stuff, no matter what. I mean, that's just how it is. Like road pro and stuff, people are going to race you every lap, no matter what, for that position. And he just pushed up a little bit. I don't know if he hit the apron or anything, but like, I mean, I'm not going to be raced like that. So I just gave him a slide job and kind of went towards the wall and was there, and he just kind of put his nose straight into it and just kind of caution came out there. So I mean,
Saying forward,
sucks it happens, but it's just what it is.
got those friends, family, and sponsor shout outs for us tonight?
Shout out to Autumn. I want to say hello to her.
Have to say that.
Shout out to John. He almost had a top 3 there.
He did,
But
very
he got
close.
4, so he got good points and everything. Shout out to 10th Sense crew and everything. And for you doing this broadcast all the time, doing it every day, and you have like what 9 series?
9 series.
Yeah, so like to do almost all of them every week, it's a lot of work. So everybody appreciates you the most. So
10 forward. Well, we appreciate you racing with us. Thank you so much for being part of our community, getting the win tonight. Congrats on that. And yeah, shout out Autumn always before she beats your butt.
yeah.
All right, bud. Congrats on the win. We'll see you in the next one.
All right. See you.
Wes Parker in the 22 getting the win tonight. Let's go ahead and check out our final results page. Promise it's coming. There it is. Wes Parker getting the win over Blake Roebuck, Alec Baffin, John Garrett, and Cliff Mullins. Paul Gallimore, Jay Munch, Mike Edwards, Hayden Lowell, and Mark Dingman, your top 10. Ethan Evers picks up the 11th spot. Jeremy Scherer 12th. Dustin Franklin 13th. Bill Rivard falling all the way to 14th after not wanting to steal any positions after that caution late in the race. Matt Menke 15th. Mark Kincaid 16th. J.R. Deal 17th. Lafayette 18th. Clapper Newell 19th. And Lawrence in 20th. Our final page. Montrose 21st. Corey Deal 22nd. Ryan Brennan 23rd. Tyler Stillwell out of the race halfway through abouts. He'll finish 24th. Llewellyn out early in 25th along with Hammer, and then Perez never did officially start the race, so 26 drivers in this one tonight. Hope you guys enjoyed tonight's broadcast. We have to say this has been iRacing.com. Head on over there, get a subscription, pick up these cars in this track, and come race with us. We'd love to have you. DGSRacing.com. Click on the big red snake. That'll get you to our Discord where you can sign up for any one of our 9 different series. Have a series running every single night, so if you got a free night, we have a league for you. Come on out, check us out, dgsracing.com. We appreciate you so much. Thank you for being here, and we will see you in the next event.